Hey, how's it going guys? It's CK here and welcome to a brand new old versus new episode in Forza Motorsport 6. Now the cars that I'm going to be putting head to head today are the BMW M4 Coupe and its predecessor, the BMW M3 E92. Now as you all know from the first episode of this series, I don't judge the cars through lap times, I judge them through which is the biggest laugh and which one has the biggest personality. And basically which one gets you right there in your petrol head heart. So let's head over to Road America to drive the first car. So you join us out on Road America guys with the BMW M3 E92 Coupe. Now the biggest difference between this and the M4 is that this has a V8 engine whereas the M4 has a straight 6 engine, so it's going to be pretty cool to actually see the differences. This will obviously be a lot more muscly with a V8 engine, and I haven't really driven the M4 that much, so we're going to have to figure out what that is like. So anyway, enough chit chat, let's hear how the big old jammin' V8 sounds. It's when it hits 4,000 RPMs, then it goes right up to 8,000. That is the brilliant spot of this car now. It's not like an American V8, it's not like a proper grumbly one, it's like a raw, it's like proper high revving one, which is really cool. So anyway, let's check out the interior. Very nice, proper BMW interior. So I think what we're going to do is jump back out and get going. I didn't really want to start all the way down there because it takes a while to get to the first corner, so we're going to be testing out the handling, we're going to be seeing if it's grippy. I'm going to try and get a clean lap in first and then do some drifting, but apart from that, this thing is 414 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 4.3 seconds and has a top speed of 185 miles an hour, so that's pretty quick. And I've got to mention that is delimited, because if it is limited it's about 155. As you all know, with like typical German cars these days and typical German performance cars, so obviously not like Mercedes AMG GT or the SLS, because they go way over 200 miles an hour. So let's just see, breakdown into second I think we're going to need for this one. Ooh, she's nice, she is nice, man. I mean, it feels quite heavy, if you know what I mean, like the steering as well, that feels really heavy, but I know this car is quite light in real life. It's around about 3,600 pounds, so I don't know what that is in like kilograms, but I think that's around about 1,500, so thereabouts. Not that bad, it's not that bad. Oh my god. Oh, third gear drifting, there we go, all the way around that. That is nice, that is nice, high five. This is the alternative circuit. I wanted to put it on this one because you get this wee extra bit here. Oh, it's good. It's very good. Gives you a lot of control. Plus it has that 50-50 weight distribution, which BMW are very famous for. They have it with the Z4, or the Z4, and basically nearly every other M3. On the past breakdown, this is the corner I always get wrong. I always go in here very fast. And the last corner onto the main straight. Let's see what we can actually get in terms of speed out of this thing. As I said, 185 miles an hour top speed in the game, so we should be able to get it up to that speed on this straight, because this is one of the longest straights in this game and on any circuit, I believe. I bet custom map cinema. Woo, yes. Anyway, I think we're only going to get up to like 155. Oh Jesus Christ, brake. Anyway, we'll jump into the cockpit view. The first thing I noticed, you're kind of sitting up quite, it's a weird seating position. Feels as if you're like harking over the wheel. It's weird. But yeah, let's have some fun. Let's get this thing sideways like it's meant to do, like a true M car. Because that's the thing I love about M cars, no matter what car it is, like an M5. Well, M5 is probably the best example for it, because their performance, but their like undercover performance, if you know what I mean, like camouflaged performance, that's probably the best way to say it, because on the outside they don't really look that brash, they don't really look like They don't really look different from any other ordinary car apart from the quad exhaust pipes, if you know what I mean. That's the big thing that actually gives them away, and obviously the shit tons of freaking M badges. M badges there, M badges there, but it's insane. It is absolutely insane how, like, under the radar these cars can be. And they're kind of like sleepers in a way, if you imagine. They're kind of like sleeper cars, but obviously us petrol heads know what they are, and we know what to expect when they mash the throttle, so there we go, keep it turned in. Yes! That's it, don't go in the grass. Might need to do a little bit of brake drifting there. Not Need for Speed brake drifting, I mean when you're going around a corner, just tap the brake and then it helps you out a little bit. You know what I mean? Oh, jet brake, brake. I love this little section, man. It's really cool. I can only imagine what it would be like in like the area of Latin and stuff. You just dart through there. It's good. It is good. I like it. I like it a lot, man. This car hasn't really got a lot of torque. It's only got 295 pounds-feet of torque. Now, compared to like other cars that I've driven, that's hardly anything at all. It's actually one of the lowest torque figures I've actually recorded on a video. So, yeah, I think the lowest one was the BAC Mono. Not too sure, but this is definitely kind of a weird like balance, because it has 414 horsepower and then 295 pounds-feet of torque. It's weird. I think it should have had more like torque than that. Come on, come on. I'm surprised I'm not actually getting this thing a lot more sideways. Because Road America has a good track rate to get things sideways, but at the same time it's like mostly straightaways when we go up here. But we're going to do the thing that I normally like to do and just go back. Oh Jesus, not in the wall. Not in the wall, that would be great. I don't want to be dead today. I want to be driving this glorious M3. There we go, down at the second gear. Kick clutch. Yes, that's more like it. You can feel the weight though. As I said, you can really feel the weight of this car. But it's not a sense of it being too heavy. It's like you can feel the weight of it. That's what I mean. You can feel it moving around. You know where it is at all times. And it just gives you amazing feeling of like control and stuff. Thank God I didn't turn left. I was like, oh shit, I forgot this is the alternative track. Yes, look at that. I think the M4 is actually going to have a hell of a like hard time to beat this, because I don't really know. I don't really know what to say here, because as I said, that's got a straight 6 engine. This is the V8 engine, so we're going to have to see in a little second. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's just so smooth for drifting, man. So smooth. There we go. M4, you better watch out, buddy. You've got a hell of a freaking target to beat. Don't mind me, I'm just doing donuts. I'm not harming anybody, I'm just having a great time in this thing. Anyway, let's get going with the M4 Coupe A. I know I said that weird, but Coupe and change gear, Frankie boy, that would help. Anyway, this thing straight away, in my own opinion, looks a lot better than the M3 Coupe. I know there's been mixed opinions on how it looks from the front, but I think with like modern BMW design, it's nice to see something a little bit different, because the M3 E90 Coupe, which we're just driving, is a bit bulky, but this thing, it just looks so sleek. It just kind of cuts through the air very, very nicely indeed. Plus, in white, oh, it looks very, very good. But I know no one really liked the launch colour for this car. It was kind of like a mustard yellow. Yeah, it's kind of like a mustardy green and yellow, but yeah, I mean, this thing in white is a peach. It's an absolute peach, man. It's got my seal of approval. That is the thing that matters most. See, down in a second for this corner. Or Corvette corner, as I like to call it. As the Corvette, can you get, I can't speak today. Sorry guys. As I like to call it. There we go. But anyway, first impressions from the get-go. The M4 feels a lot lighter, and that is because it's 3,389 pounds, whereas the E92 is 3,649 pounds. So we're about 300 pounds lighter than its predecessor. And you can definitely feel it, because the steering's a lot more lighter. Now, I was actually watching a review of these two cars. I kind of wanted to get like a backstory, if you know what I mean, before I'd done this test. And even some of the reviewers were saying that the steering is actually a lot more lighter these days in BMWs, and it doesn't really have a much sense of feel compared to the other ones. But to that I say bullshit. I say bullshit, because you get superb steering through this car. You really do, through the corners. It is sharp, it is quick, but it's so much more grippier than the E92 M3. You just put the power down so much better, and because of that, it's a lot more quicker around the circuit as well. I could imagine, because I think it was Clarkston that was saying in one of the DVDs, I think it was the Perfect Road Trip 2, that the M4 does the standing mile 2 seconds faster than the E92 M3. So that is a pretty big deal. 2 seconds is a lot in the motoring world, so that just shows you what a few more extra horsepower can do. My arm is itching. God damn it. Not the perfect time to be itching your arm when you're going down the main street of Road America, but yeah, power's been bumped up to 431 horsepower, even though in real life I think it's sort of about 425, so it's either Forza has got it wrong, but I'm going by the game here, guys. 431 horsepower and 405 pounds-feet of torque, so this is a lot more like balanced in terms of torque figures and horsepower than the E92 M3, and it shows because you've got that like guts coming out of the corner. It just pushes you, it shoves you. Plus we've got a turbocharger on this. I think it's twin turbo, this thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I do know it does have a turbocharger on it. Turbocharger. It's got a turbo. Oh my god, it's turbocharged. But yeah, okay, I might have braked a bit too late for that one. We're going off. Okay. Running a bit wide over the bumps. Doing. At least the suspension coped with it. Didn't break my back. Coming up to Corvette Corner yet again. Speaking more clearly this time, because well, a couple of you guys in the comments were saying I need to pronounce things a lot more clearly. I do apologise about that. It is just my Scottish accent. Tomcat actually had a problem like trying to understand what I was saying when he was here the other week. So yeah, I need to really slow down when I'm talking, but that is the problem that Scottish people have. We're famous for speaking very fast. So yeah, I like to think that I can be understood, if you know what I mean, but if you come to Glasgow and go to certain parts of the area, oh my god, it is very hard to understand, even for me, and I'm from Glasgow. So anyway, should have changed into second for that. You can hear the turbo just going so good. Don't know why I got into a random tantrum about Glasgow there. It's kind of weird, random tantrum. I quite like the sound of that, but yeah, this thing's top speed is 187 miles an hour, and it can get to 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, so 2 miles an hour faster than the M3 E92 Coupe D Limited, and around about 4 milliseconds faster to 60, so it's good. So we're on the main street. Let's see if we can go faster than the E92. I highly doubt it. I don't know, because we managed to hit like 154 or something. Kind of are struggling to get there right now. Come on. Wait, so the M3 is a little bit faster down the main straight. To be honest, I could have went in there a little bit faster, but it's done now. So, oh god. I need to, I think our car wash is getting a little bit dirty now, but let's have some fun. The last lap, let's actually get sideways. It's feeling like, never thought I'd say this, but an M car feels like it doesn't want to go sideways. This thing, I'm like, what? I mean, I don't know what section and what width of like rear tire it has, but it must be fat, because the grip it's providing is insane. Don't overshoot this corner this time, Frankie boy. Down to setting, Scandinavian flick. There we go. That's it. Yes. It's just a matter of the gearing and how much you actually steer into the corner to get this thing sideways. Don't overcook it. Yes. Second gear is the sweet spot, especially on about 6,000 RPMs, because you get the turbos coming on as well, which provides you some boost to actually get you through the corner. So, whew. Oh, it's a tough call. It is a tough call. between the two cars. Seriously, it really is. I don't know which one's going to be the winner, but you'll find out in a little second. But I feel as if this is a lot more easier to drive than the M3, because the M3, as I said, you can still feel the weight like flopping around, but with this, it's properly planted. There's no body roll whatsoever. Yeah, it just makes you feel as if you want to push it harder, faster, and it makes it easier to do that. Clutch. Oh, the smoke. The smoky. Getting smoky up in here. But yeah, guys, it is time for the final verdict. Don't know what I'm going to pick, so this one is going to be very, very hard indeed. So then, which one would I park in my driveway and which one would I take home from this test? Now, both are astonishing sports cars. Both are absolutely amazing. The M3 does give off more of an American feel with that, like, growly V8, high revving V8 and stuff. It is a great handling car. I love it to death. But the winner has to be the M4 Coupe. In my opinion, it looks a lot more crisper than the E92 M3. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the E92. It looks stunning. I prefer the GTS version of the E92 M3. It just adds an extra zing to it. But the M4, just the transaction between the M3 and the M4 is absolutely mental. The M4 feels a lot more like modern, up to date, and a lot more like snappy in the corners, if you know what I mean, in terms of, actually darty is the word, not snappy. It feels a lot more darty around the corners, if you know what I mean. It's like proper agile, whereas the M3 is kind of, you can feel the body roll, and the V8 isn't, it doesn't really fill you with a sense of confidence. That's what I'm trying to say, like the M4 does. I mean, it's a great car, the M3, but the M4 ticks the box for me. It just looks great, it sounds great, and it's an overall beast of a car just to go hooning around a track. It is a track weapon, which you can live with. That's basically the summary. The M4 is the winner of this test, guys. Let me know in the comments below which one would you pick. As I said, this is my personal opinion and my test. You can do your own. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. If you have enjoyed it, then a like would be much appreciated. Just lets me know that you're enjoying the videos, and it shows me some love and it supports me. And also subscribe to the channel as well if you want to see some more racing game content from me, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are down in the description below. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.